You know, we've all gotten pretty used to AI that can whip up a cool image or answer a quick question. But what's next? Today, we're going to talk about a huge leap forward. We're talking about AI that doesn't just follow a command, but can actually think, reason, and act, all on its own. So, yeah, let's get into it.
Just think about the AI tools you use every day. They're amazing, for sure. But they're specialists, right? They're kind of like one-trick ponies. One is great at generating images, another at answering questions, another at writing code. But the second you have a problem that needs all those skills to work together, that's where most AI just hits a wall.
And this slide really just lays it all out. Over on one side, you've got your specialist bots. They're masters of one single thing. But on the other side, you have general intelligence. This is the ability to actually understand a complex goal, figure out the steps, and use a whole bunch of different skills to get it done. It's the difference between having a hammer and having the entire toolbox.
So, the big question is, how do we get from these really good but limited specialist tools to a truly intelligent autonomous agent? That limitation, that one-trick pony problem, is exactly what we're about to solve.
And here it is. Meet Nex-AGI. Now, this isn't just another AI model or some simple little tool. No, this is a complete, full-stack platform that's been built from the ground up specifically to create and run AI agents that have that general intelligence we were just talking about.
Now, to really wrap your head around what makes Nex-AGI so different, we need a good analogy. And honestly, the best way to think about it is as the Swiss Army knife of AI.
A Swiss Army knife is so cool because it's not just a blade, right? It's got the screwdriver, the scissors, the can opener, all packed into one thing. That is the core idea behind NexAGI. It brings together everything an AI agent could possibly need. Access to different tools, a memory so it can learn, and even the ability to work with other AI agents all in one place.
Okay, so how does it actually pull this off? What's the secret sauce that makes it so versatile? Let's pop the hood and take a look at the core tech that gives NexAI its power.
First up, we've got something called dynamic tool injection. I want you to imagine your Swiss Army knife could magically grow a new tool you needed right in the middle of using it, without you having to do anything. That's what this is. The AI can be given new skills or access to new programs on the fly, which makes it incredibly adaptable.
Next is this really cool concept called interleaved thinking. You know how when you're trying to solve a really tough problem, you're kind of juggling a few different ideas in your head at once? That's basically what this lets the AI do. Instead of thinking in just one straight line, it can follow multiple lines of reasoning at the same time, and that is absolutely crucial for tackling problems with a lot of moving parts.
Of course, for an agent to be smart, it needs a memory. It has to remember what it's already done and what it's learned along the way. NexAGI has a really sophisticated system for managing all that, which lets it handle super long, complex tasks and conversations without losing the thread.
So what happens when you put all these pieces together? What does a workflow actually look like? Well, it's kind of like this elegant four-step dance. First, the agent gets an instruction. Second, it dynamically pulls in whatever tools it needs for that specific job. Third, it uses that interleaved thinking to reason through the problem. And finally, boom, it takes action, whether that's calling an API, writing a report, or whatever else it needs to do.
With abilities like these, it becomes pretty clear that NexAGI isn't just another AI tool you can lump in with the rest. It's really operating in a class of its own. So let's see how it stacks up against some others in the space.
But to really understand where NexAGI fits, we have to frame this the right way. This isn't about which tool is better. It's about specialists versus a generalist. See, lots of companies make fantastic, highly specialized AI tools, but NexAGI was built for something completely different.
You've got companies like Bria, who are laser-focused on visual AI, or Clob, who are all about marketing content. Others, like Replicate, give you the plumbing to run models. They're all specialists. NexAGI is the generalist platform that can use tools like these to get a bigger job done. It's not a single instrument, it's the conductor of the whole orchestra. Okay, so we get the tech. Now let's talk about the impact. What does a future with autonomous, thinking AI agents actually look like? This is the fun part.
I mean, the possibilities here are just massive. Think about automating these incredibly complex workflows at big companies, where one AI agent manages an entire business process by itself. Or what about a customer service agent that doesn't just read from a script, but actually understands and solves a customer's problem over several conversations? This stuff can speed up scientific R&D and even control robots and digital twins in real time.
But as you can imagine, a platform this powerful also means you have to think a little differently. This isn't some simple chatbot you just turn on and forget about. You've really got to be smart about how you manage it.
So here's the best way to approach it. On the do side, definitely take advantage of its modular design and those dynamic tools. Break big problems down into smaller chunks for the agents to handle. But on the don't side, you absolutely cannot treat this like a simple task bot. And above all else, security has to be your top priority, especially when you're giving an AI the power to access new tools and data on the fly.
And that brings us to the end. We've really gone from these one-trick ponies to a full-blown AI Swiss Army knife. The tech is not just about answering questions anymore. It's about autonomously solving problems. So the real question, the one I want to leave you with, is this. When AI can truly think, what problems will you solve?